guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to talk about The Northman.
The Northman.
The Northman, directed by Robert Eggers, which I do have a Black Phillip pop behind me. Look, I'm a big witch fan. I'm a big witch fan.
You are.
The Lighthouse, I was mixed on. I still need to get you to watch that at some point.
Yeah, no thanks.
I still need to get you to watch it at some point. But The Northman, directed by Robert Eggers. This is his first kind of big budget studio movie. He's been working with A24 before this. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about this one. This is one that I was excited to watch. But before we get into it, we need to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber of the Married with Media channel, hit the subscribe button. We do all kinds of movie, TV reviews, entertainment content, streaming content, reviews, trailer reactions, all that stuff. And we'd definitely love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and join us here on this channel.
And make sure you like the video.
And also like the video. And comment down below if you watched The Northman. Did you see it in theaters? Did you buy it on a physical media this week, 4K Blu-ray? Or did you watch it on Peacock? Because it is currently streaming on Peacock. And that's how we watched it. So, and yeah, turn on those bell notifications. But let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it.
I got all the housekeeping stuff out of the way. It's a lot.
Yeah, you're good at that.
I don't think you realize that sometimes.
Oh, I know. That's why I have you do it.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, so where to begin? So I remember when this came out to see in theaters. I don't know. I think like initially I was a little interested in seeing it, but then as I saw more and heard more, I'm like,
reviews.
I don't think this is going to be my type of movie. But I think I was going to suck it up and go see it with you. We just never got to make it to the theater to see it. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, we just couldn't.
No, we didn't see it.
No, I know we didn't, but I mean.
Well, I think I wanted to go, but your enthusiasm was gone by the time it actually came out, so we just never actually went.
Yeah, so.
And I can't remember, I think the Batman might have came out before, and the Batman sucked all the life out of your theater going after that.
Oh, did it? Okay.
I think it came out after the Batman, but luckily Top Gun has reinvigorated you, and you're ready to go back.
Yeah.
Ready to go back now.
So, yeah, I don't know. I was interested in seeing it though, but you know, in the comfort of your own home, just sounds a little bit better. That way, if it sucks, I can just let Kim finish it, and I'll walk away and do something else. We did break this up into 2 nights.
Yeah,
we didn't get to finish it first viewing or like one time watch or whatever. This movie was definitely a little out there for me. It was like just kind of weird.
Killer cast in this movie. There's a lot of good people in here. You got Alexander Skarsgård,
which I thought he was fantastic. I mean, he like totally like got into character and he was brutal. Like,
how old you say he was? He's like 45 by now, because I know we first saw him in True Blood. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was actually in Big Little Lies, that TV show on HBO with Nicole Kidman, who's also in the movie. And then you have Anya Taylor-Joy. You got Ethan Hawke is in this film for like the first 5 to 10 minutes. And then you got did I said Anya Taylor-Joy or Willem Dafoe is in here as well. So you have like all the alumni from Robert Eggers' previous films, The Lighthouse and The Witch. So I think that where the disconnect comes with this movie is a lot of people were expecting more of like a straightforward, like Gladiator type period piece movie.
Okay.
It is kind of like that. It's basically Hamlet or The Lion King. It's the story of a young boy seeing his father get brutally murdered, his family betrayed by his uncle, and then he gets, he gets sent off for a number of years, or escapes and goes off for a number of years and comes back to reclaim the throne and get his vengeance.
Are we just doing spoilers then?
That's the plot. I'm not gonna get into spoiler. That is the plot of the movie. That's the plot. That's the synopsis. That's what happens.
That's literally the whole movie.
I don't have to. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That this is Lion King. If you've seen Lion King, that's what The Northman is. Now, I will say there are plot twists. There are stuff that happened that I will not reveal.
Okay.
So there are things that are unexpected to this story, of the Lion King, Hamlet's, whatever, that are different here. So you can expect some twists and turns along the way. But yeah, I thought this was a really good movie. I enjoyed this. I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece or anything. There's some issues I have with it. I don't think it's very well paced. It does get a little too out there in some sequences, and I just found myself being disengaged by what was going on.
Yeah.
But I did like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, I didn't hate it, surprisingly. I thought, it kept me entertained enough to, I guess I wanted to know the conclusion of it. I didn't get up and walk away, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There were just, like, if I had based it off of, like, the beginnings of it, I probably definitely would have been like, okay, like, peace out, I'm out of here. Like, there's this whole scene where, like, he's still a boy and, he's with his dad, and they have to do this, like,
wild.
They have to do this, like, ritual thing, like a passing of the torch thing from king to king or king to son.
Yeah, that moment is where that this is not a traditional period piece movie. It goes
they start doing
directions.
This, like, weird ritual thing, which, they do that in The Witch too, right?
Yeah, not like this.
Okay.
The Witch is fairly straightforward for the kind of movie that it is.
I don't know.
It doesn't go... This goes into some wild...
But...
This is more Lighthouse than The Witch, in my opinion, because the Lighthouse goes into this more, like, fantasy, hallucinatory type stuff.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, like, just that scene or whatever, they're doing this, like, ritual thing, and there's a part where they're, like, acting like wolves.
Yeah.
Like wolves, and
Drinking
they're, like,
broth
drinking out of a bowl like a dog or a wolf would do.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage. He's welcoming his son into the
I just said that.
Kinghood.
It was a passing of the
call it
torch
kinghood?
kind of thing. Because you find out
Did you just say that? I repeated it.
I did.
I'm sorry.
You find out that the king he's dying. He's ill.
Yeah, well, he got cut during battle, so he's infected.
And so they're drinking out of the bowls, and the king, he belches, like, really loud, and then the boy, he farts.
And he farts, yeah.
And
that's what me and my son do every day. We belch and fart together, so it was very relatable for me.
Really? And in that moment, I was just like, I looked at you, and I'm like, what the am I watching? Like, this is just too weird. But... luckily, I stuck with it. I think shortly after is when we took, like, a break.
Yeah, and I told you, like, because you haven't seen The Lighthouse, and that movie is literally Willem Dafoe farting for the first 45 minutes. So, again, with this director, it's not unheard of.
Luckily, this literally happened one time.
Happened one time. No more farts throughout the duration of this film.
But there's some other weird stuff going on,
There's some trippy mushroom hallucinations and some wild imagery.
Yeah, there's I don't know how you would describe it. It's like he's having these visions. He basically
of his family tree.
Yeah, like, I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
It was cool.
There's these visions, of, like, his family tree, and it's basically just, like, all these people connected to, like, an umbilical cord. And it just shows, as we go through the movie, like, of, like, the mom and dad, and then it goes up and branches off, and then you've got him, the son, and then we can't go into too much more detail, but...
Yeah, I will say that I thought for a second this movie was going to go much more supernatural than it actually did. I mean, there's actually, like, no supernatural stuff in this movie, really.
Right.
I thought there was going to be, like, with Anya Taylor-Joy's character, I thought there was going to be more, like, curses and spells and things of that nature, but that didn't pan out.
But, like, he did have, like... it was kind of one of those things where you didn't know if it was actually happening or if it was just a vision. I think it was just a vision.
Like, I think it was just a vision, though.
There's like a vision where he sees, like, a witch.
Yeah,
and she kind of, like, tells him what his prophecy is.
Valkyries are flying in and stuff on horses. Like, there's a lot of that type of imagery, but I don't think that any of it was, like, actually real. But another thing I'll say is this movie is extremely gory.
Oh my gosh!
Extremely gory. There's, like,
very violent.
Guts spilled out.
Going into him again. What's his name again?
Robert Eggers.
No, you keep saying that. The actor.
Alexander Skarsgård. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
He is just, like, so brutal. Like, they show him in battle and stuff, and, like, I mean, there's a part where he literally they literally act like wolves. In parts of it, and he, like, goes up and he just, like, takes a chunk out of somebody's neck, and then starts howling.
I mean, I did like, because I don't feel like anybody, I haven't seen the show Vikings, maybe it does, but I don't feel like anything that I've seen has portrayed Vikings as what I would consider to be as realistic as this movie does.
Gotcha.
Like that, I could totally buy, like, this is how it was. This is what Vikings did. Like, they raped, they pillaged.
Yeah.
That whole sequence of them taking over that village, it felt real. It felt like what they actually were. And I buy into it even more because I know Robert Eggers, and he does his research on this kind of historical
But I mean,
stuff.
he is just like jacked. Like, he's got huge.
Oh yeah, he's great in this movie.
Yeah,
he really
like
is.
he's just a beast. But yeah, just like the journey that it takes you on, like of him, having witnessed his father dying and basically running away from. It was his brother, right, that killed him.
It was his uncle. It was the scar of the story.
It was his brother that, killed the king, and the little boy saw it. And anyway, he luckily gets to run away. He runs. You see him like get into the boat, and he's.
I'll also say about that, like, it felt like we were missing. Like, the movie was long enough. Like, I didn't necessarily want it to be any longer, but I felt like we were missing a big chunk of this story. In between.
Like, it
felt like he got
that
back like so quickly. Yeah. Like back to the kingdom.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
well, I thought you meant like it took us from him escaping, and then next thing we know, he's like a grown adult.
Well, that too. Like, you could add a little bit of progression, maybe him as a teenager or something like that.
Right.
But it jumps to him like, being full grown, and then I just feel like he gets back to the kingdom like within the first half hour of this movie, and then like he's basically infiltrating them, and they don't know who he is and all that stuff.
Right.
But I just thought that was a little rushed. But again, that's for my traditional movie going liking. This movie's just weird. That's what I was talking about. The pacing is very different than what you're used to with this kind of story and filmmaking.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Just like his just dedication of getting revenge for his father. Like, he kept saying, like, like he was not going to stop at anything to like avenge his father's death. And
even to the point where there's, a big moment towards the end, which I won't spoil, but he, has to make a decision, and he chooses vengeance.
We didn't we haven't talked about this, and it's like, I really wish we could talk about it. But yeah, it would be a huge spoiler. But like the ending of it, I thought was like kind of beautiful. Like, it was like bittersweet.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the lava fight.
Like we get this lava
It goes
fight.
very Revenge of the Sith in the last 10, 15 minutes.
It does. That was kind of funny, but I don't know, like.
But also Lion King again, because that Scar and Simba fight in fire and flames as well.
Do they?
Yeah, the end of the Lion King. When's the last time you seen the Lion King?
Yeah, I just remember the cliff, like the falling off.
Yeah.
Wait, Simba
and Scar.
Yeah, I guess
they fight on that cliff top.
I think I need to watch the Lion King.
You have to watch the Lion King again.
Yeah, man, I really wish we could talk about the finale. It's
a good finale. Look,
the ending of it.
We've been talking long enough.
Okay.
Let's get into our final scores here.
Okay, I want you to go first. You always make me go first.
I go first a lot. I've only been making you go first recently. But look, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
I enjoyed the film a lot. It's got a lot of good qualities to it. I could see myself liking it more. I feel like I say this all the time, but I can see myself liking it more on rewatches. It's just right now, the way it hit me on the first time watch, there's just some issues I have with like the pacing and stuff. But it's a very well-made movie. Like, Robert Eggers definitely doesn't disappoint there.
Yeah.
Well shot. The performances are fantastic across the board. And it's just a visually, stunning movie. So I did enjoy it, but I can only give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
For right now.
That's what I would give it as well.
Okay. That's good. We're on the same page.
It's not like my type of movie per se, but, there were parts about it that I really liked. And like you said, I mean, it's I don't know. It's very pretty and all that stuff. But 3.5. 3.5 out of 5.
That's good. But if you have Peacock, you can watch it on there right now. And it's also available on physical media if you care about that kind of thing as well. And we're done reviewing The Northman.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed our review. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button. Also like this video. Comment down below your thoughts on The Northman. Turn on those bell notifications for future videos, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.